Andrea here, and we are on part 9 of our 8x8 mini album using the Graphic45 Midnight Masquerade. Yay! Alright, so on this page I have cut, to get a blank sheet of white paper so you can see this. I only need one sheet, but 50 of them came out. Okay, this is what I've cut using my die cut. This is going to be 2 flat pockets, and I'll show you how in a minute. This is the die cut I used, which is from Crayolis, and I did it this way, and then I did it this way. The piece that was left over, this one here, the pocket aside, is going to become a tag that I can pull in and out with this. And that, again, is the same die. Like so. Okay, so I'm going to have to cut another one of these in order to make the other tag. We'll do that in a minute. Okay, so to work this particular pocket, pick your favorite side, whatever side that may be, and take your 1/4-inch tape, and we're going to seal down the sides and then one down the middle. So go in on your sides like so. Oh, use any die that you want to use. You don't have to use the exact die that I'm using. But once you are done putting die cutting, then you're still going to tape it up the same way. Alright. Then we're going to have one more tape, and it's going to go through the middle. So let's go ahead and find out what our middle is. Our middle is 2.5. About right there. So I want my tape to cross over that 2.5. Just like so. Alright, and that's going to give us a pocket here. Whoop. Yeah, pocket here and a pocket here. And I put the tape in the wrong spot. That didn't take too long for me to mess that up. Oh brother. Let's see if I can get this off. Okay, phew. Not too bad. You have to put the tape this way. And we're still using our mark that we made, so we're good there. At least we marked it correctly. We just didn't put the tape down correctly. Okay. Now we have 2 pockets. That was funny. Okay. Good grief. It never takes me long to mess up something, huh? Alright, so we're going to have, once we get this put down, we're going to have a pocket here and a pocket here. Before I glue this down though, I'm going to put this aside, and we're going to work with this pocket, because I want something on top of it. And that can be a flip, it can be a waterfall, but stay mindful of the space that you have to work with. You only have this much space. And even so, you're going to want to decorate this one and this one. So let's see here. If I have enough scraps in the same size, I might can get maybe a waterfall going. That looks like enough. Let's see, it's 3. Can I get one more? Can I get one more, please? There we go. No, that's smaller. I need to put this in my tag drawer. That's a pretty tag. This is just how many scraps you end up with when you're working on these mini albums. Yes, we found one. Yay! Okay. Going to need this cutting board. You saw the die. We will use that in a moment, so I'm going to put it on our die cut machine. Okay, so I have these here, and that leaves quite a bit of space for here. And I think I want to do a waterfall, so let's get our scoreboard and our bone folder. I don't know why I always put the scoreboard the wrong way. That's not the way I need to use it. We're going to make a little flip here, a little fold, so that we can make sure to put it down properly. Okay. I'm going to mark on both sides, here and here. Alright, so we need to stay within those guidelines. And do I want short flips or long flips? If I do short flips, I can get a few more on here. So let's go ahead and measure that out. Okay, we're working with 8 inches, and it's actually 8.5 if you count the flip here. So we're working with 8 inches, and maybe I want to do a 4-inch flip. I think so. And then we'll just layer them up. So let's go ahead and cut this. Okay. So we have 1 4-inch. We're going to score our 1/2 inch. And I'm just using the marker, the ruler on the paper cutter. And all of these are 8.5 inches, so we're good. Cut that down. And this helps in getting your scraps narrowed down. I try to keep just the drawer of scraps because if I keep more than that, I'll have a whole new book of paper. Cut this down the floor. Alright, so that gave me 4 flips. So in order for these flips to be really nice and even on our waterfall, you want to get your first flip up here. You don't have to glue it down just yet, just get it up there. And then mark the bottom of that flip, like so. And then take your second flip and do the same exact thing. Mark the bottom of that flip. We're going to take our next one. We're going to do the same exact thing. Mark the bottom of that one. And you see how close we're getting to the edge now? I could probably get one more flip in here. We'll see. Probably get 3 more flips in here. So let's see if we can do that. Let's see if we can get 3 more flips. Alright. This is 8.5. What is this here? Take our flip, mark it out on this scrap piece of paper. And then cut it down to size. Now, let these guys hang out with each other. Get our scoreboard over here. Score it here. 1/2 inch. Burnish that score line. And cut this down to 4. I'm still working with scraps, so yay. Alright, how big is this? That's exactly 4 inches. Can't use that. might be cut exactly right. Oh yeah. Sometimes you just find a piece of scrap that fits. Make double sure. Oh, perfect. Yeah. Okay, so there's the second one, so I need 2 more. Ah, this will be 1 more. Let's see here. Please feel free at any time to skip along. This is just the process of making this page and giving you ideas on how to use up your scraps to make your pages. Okay. Cut this down the floor. And 1 more. 1 more. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna have to straighten this one out because it's cut all wonky, but that's okay. We could do that. Let's go ahead and score this one. This will be our last one, guys. Perfect. Alright, last one. Bet you guys are happy for that. Okay, so now we have our waterfall pieces. So let's just get them all together. I'll tell you in a second how many we actually ended up with. So we ended up with, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 waterfall pieces that are just going to run right down here. But before I let that run down there, remember I said don't glue it down yet. You can if you want, if you don't want to do what I'm going to do, which is add ribbon to this. Okay. What color ribbon do I want to use? Burgundy. It's going to have to be burgundy because burgundy is what we started with. So we've got burgundy right there. Put that over there. And I think I want to put a piece on this end and then a piece on this end and have them come together and make a bow. Or no, have them come together and maybe use a magnet. Yeah, that's what I want to do. So let's do the first side. I just want to straighten this out. Off a little bit. We're going to use our Fabri-Tac for that. Which is very potent stuff if you've never used it. If you have a low tolerance for smells, Fabri-Tac is probably not the best product for you to use. Just so you know. Because it is has a really strong smell to it. So let's let that dry for a minute and then we'll be right back. Okay, our glue is dry and we have prepped our waterfall pieces, which I'm going to turn this way. I have put my adhesive also on this little bit of tape here. That's because the fabric can loosen up on you, which is why it's good to use the fabric tack, this stuff here, for when you're working with any fabric type pieces. So I'm going to go ahead, get this piece on. And we're going to use the fabric tack to adhere this. You don't need much of it, so don't be too liberal with it. You want to just put just enough to get it sticky. And that's it. You don't want too much. Alright, so we got our marks to go by for our first waterfall piece. And that off. I am going to round my corners. I don't want to use that one in particular. I think I want to use this one here, more of a rounded corner. Right there. Okay, I think that'll give me more of a rounded corner. Let's see. Oh yeah, so I like that corner. Very nice. Okay, so we'll use that one. We have to use the fabric tack for this next waterfall piece. Again, because we're using fabric underneath it. Just a little bit there, a little bit here. And we're butting right up against this piece here. And I'll go ahead and round off these corners because I will round them off as I put them down. And I don't want to have to come back to this one to do that. Alright, now we go for our next piece. In our next piece, we don't have to use the fabric tack. We can use our regular Aleene's glue. I like the quick dry. We'll just round the corners as we go. Again, you do not need to oversaturate this. You just need a little bit to get it to stick. the next one. We round our corners. Remove the backing of our tape. A little bit of glue. It's like an assembly line. I'll be right back. Alright, so we've got all of our flaps are on, and I picked out these ephemera in the ephemera pack that we started with. I picked out these little cards. I thought, wouldn't that be cute to have each one of these little cards on here? Maybe just switch with this one on the front, and then I thought I like that idea, so I'm going to use the cards for that. So let's just let them slide out like a deck of cards, and we'll put those to the side for right now. But this is what you should have now, is your waterfall, and then you have your ribbon, which is a little longer. Now the reason why I made it a little longer on each side is because when we go to put the paper on here to make it look, to decorate each one of these flips, it's going to get a little bit thicker, so you're going to want that extra ribbon. And then you can cut it down after you've decorated. Well, speaking of decorating, I think I'm going to use this to cover this side here and this side here. So we will mark it off. Let's see here. I think what I'm going to do first is not mark it off. I'm going to go ahead and die cut this, but I will cut this down to size like so. But I'm not going to cut the sides. I'm just going to cut a little bit higher there. Let's do that. So we'll die cut that one, and then let's see how big this is. So it is 2.25 inches. So that's all I need to do for the next one. And we will die cut those. Now if you don't want to die cut it, you can take it and put it underneath your paper and then trace off what the die was. But I'm gonna die cut it. And it's going to have to be die cut like this. Or like this. Like this. So we'll get our tape on here. Oh no, I have to do it. I have to do it this way. See, I almost messed that up. Glad I caught myself. Here and there. And we'll get that die cut. take the scissors. You're going to snip out that little piece there. You're going to hang on to it because you might can use it as a pull tab on something. I keep a little box in my drawer just to hold those. But now you see we are going to have to cut it down here, and then of course on the sides. So I'm going to cut it about right there. See how that goes. Okay, so I have to cut just a little bit over here and just a little bit over here. Not very much. Yeah. Perfect. Okay, I love that. Now we have to do the same for this one. Die cut that. We are done with the die. And this one on this side is at an angle. It is not straight. So I'm going to have to do some fussy cutting down on this side. So I'm going to bring this side down. And then I'm going to end it here. See if I can get that to work. Now I'm cutting down the sides. and then I'll trim just a little bit more. Yay! Alright, I'm just going to have to hand cut this part here. Perfect. Yay! That is just a line for me to cut on. Alright, so I really like the way that that looks, and I think for the most part it's going to be very pretty with the cards on top. So what I have to do is go ahead and round the corners on these cards, and then we'll get them glued up, stickified, and ready to put on. We'll be right back. Alright, so we are back, and I've got everything inked up and ready to go for our pieces, our little flips. So let's start with our inside pockets. Make sure we don't put this on incorrectly. You're going to need a little bit of glue for this because this pocket has to be strong in order for it to hold the waterfall that we created. So I'm just going to remove the tape backing. Add a little bit of glue. And I'm only adding the glue onto where the tape is. You don't want to add any more than that. Alright. Put that back in its lid. Make sure we don't glue down our ribbon. Alright, now that goes down, and we need to use our bone folder to get this nice and steady. I need to cut this off a little bit because I'm a little higher. There we go. I was a little higher and going into the score line. You don't want to do that. Alright, now we have our two pockets here. Let's go ahead and put our decoration onto those two pockets. And this is 1 and 2. I have marked them. We'll start with 2. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Perfect. And you have to kind of move your flips around just so that you make sure to get this all flattened out. And we're going to do the same on the other side. Pull it towards me a little bit. Yeah. Like that. Perfect. Oh, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. Isn't that cute? I mean, just with the colors. Turned out so cute, and we're not even done. I did make some tags, but I haven't tested to see how well they would fit inside. So let's see how well we did this. Did we do a good job or not? Okay, so I'm gonna have to cut it down. Too long. Let's see on this side. I can cut it down this way here. And again, same thing. So it's the same length. And we're going to cut those down. That's an easy fix. Get out our Sharpie, because we're going to need it. It's getting ready to rain here, and every time it rains my nostrils go haywire. Okay. Use the scrap paper here. Get our ruler out. And color this so we could be back in business. Like I said, an easy peasy fix. Let's just test it out. Ah, I still gotta cut it a little bit. Alright, we'll leave those till the end. I will push these over here for right now. Okay. So scrap paper. I'm going to turn it sideways so I can see what I'm doing when I'm putting these on. Okay. Start with this one. Start with the top. Start with the top. That boy is just not going to let me talk. I have to trim just a little bit. On these cards, I tried to save as much of the picture as I could. So, all right. Then move on to our next one. I think I want it to be this one here. And we'll trim that off in a little bit. Then I have my next one, which is going to be this one. This guy is like the Joker. Well, it's a girl. It's not a guy. And then we have this one. And this one. Let's see. What do we put here? Journaling spot. So we're going to go with this guy asking for a dance from this girl. Excuse me. Then another journaling spot. This lady again. Our last one, or second to last one, is another journaling spot. And I have this one, which I need to take the tape off of here. The tape backing, not the tape. And I need a little bit of glue. I'm going to use the Fabri-Tac. Okay. And we're going to put this one on. Out the way. Yeah. Okay, so that's our waterfall. And I'm still debating on putting something here. If I put something there, and you could, you know, do this too, it will probably be journaling spots from our journaling card stock from Artsy. I'm not going to do that on camera. I will do that off camera because I want to get down to how we're going to clasp this shut. So everything is down, and I have some magnets that I really didn't know what to do with at one point. They are thicker than the normal magnets I use, than these right here. These are really thin, and then these are really thick. But I think what I want to do is take my Fabri-Tac and glue in a couple of these magnets into the ribbon. So let's see. Let's see. Okay. So if I do that, I have to take the ribbon, and I have to leave a little bit of extra room in case someone puts photos on here. So we got to think about the extra room, and then you can cut it. As soon as I find my scissors. Alright, so this is the extra room I'm going to leave, plus where I need to cut. Okay. And then I could take that piece to here. And that'll give me my measurement for the opposite side. Okay, I'm going to put these away. Alright, so I'm going to take my Fabri-Tac and I'm going to just put a dollop in here, and I'm doing it on the, actually I need to do it this way. Yeah, I need to do it this way. So you're going to fold it and do the inside of your piece here. Okay, now I've got the Fabri-Tac on there, and I can put the magnet on here. Move it around, and then fold this onto itself. Like so. And that magnet is thick and heavy, so you don't have to worry about this magnet being too light and flimsy. It's not. It's nice and heavy. So I want the magnet to stick to the, let's see, this side. This will come over like this. So it's going to have to go like that. Let's turn this way, so we can work with it on this side. And come in. We're going to fold this over. I'm not putting the glue on yet because I want to see where it needs to be to stick. See how it's sticking to each other? So I have it correctly. It just grabs it right away. Alright, so I have it correctly facing up where it needs to be. Now I can move this down a little bit and put our glue on. And what I'm doing is squeezing the sides so that the sides seal shut. Well, that's nice. Perfect, perfect. So that's going to leave plenty of room. And now you can decorate. You can decorate if you want. And I do have, see, this is going to be here, like that. So I have a little square I can put there. Or maybe instead of this flower, maybe I should use this mask. I like the mask better. I'm just going to ink the edges a little bit. Give it some cohesiveness. Okay. And then there's that fabric tack. I don't want it to be upside down. I don't want it to be sideways either. So we're going to let that dry. I'm going to let that dry. I like how that turned out. Okay, let's get those tags done. We got a little time. We're not in a rush. This is fun stuff. If it is really humid where you are, add a little bit of glue to whatever tape you're using. Because the humidity will lift your glue in a heartbeat. Alright, so this is the one I had cut a little bit more off. It's not going to leave us much, huh? Cut too much off. Go ahead and try that. And if I had good luck at all, it would just not be today. Alright, so this is it. This will be the last, I think we cut almost half of it off. Okay, perfect. Now it's perfect, y'all. Now we have something that goes all the way in the pocket. Like, and you can still use the little knob on top to pull it out. Alright, so that cut it down quite a bit though. Let's see here. Look at all of that. We could save it for another project, but still, it's a lot. Just a shave, a little shave, and then it's ready to go. Right to go. Alright, let's go ahead and get our ink out. Now you can use your ink or your Sharpie, doesn't matter. Sometimes it's just easier to go in and ink it up. Same with this one. Now we could put our tags in. And they are blank on the back, so someone can put whatever they want on there. Slide in and out of our pockets. Same on this side. Okay, and this sticks to that, and you have your page. I think this page turned out really, really cute. I will probably go ahead and do the journaling spots on the back. I know we have a couple for the front, but I think I want to do some journal spots on the back of that. And then if they don't want to use it for journaling, they can still use it with their they can still put their photos on there. I think I might do that. I hope you guys got some inspiration and had a little bit of fun watching us put this page together. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. I'll be glad to get back to you as soon as I can. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Have a great one. Bye.